Hi everybody. In this video tutorial I will show you how to set the parameters and launch a simulation called DC Sweep in LTSpice. The DC Sweep means that we can vary in a linear way or different way a source from the circuit that we have built. So we take the circuit we have built in the previous tutorial, which is made of a mesh with a voltage source and two resistors, so it's a simple voltage divider, and we will run our simulation on this circuit. So we first go to the simulate button, we click it, and we click on edit simulation command, and we have this window with different available tabs: transient, AC analysis, DC sweep. We go to the DC sweep tab and we set here our parameters. So we first select a source that we want to vary in our circuit. In our circuit, we have the voltage source V1. So we select this one and we put here its name, V1. Then we set a linear type of sweep, a linear variation of this variable from 0 volt start value to 10 volt stop value with a step increment of 1 volt. And then we click on OK. This command line resume our simulation parameter. This is a DC sweep varying V1 from 0 to 10 with step 1. And then we run this simulation clicking on the run button, this here on the up and left corner. We click it and we have this graph here in which the horizontal axis consists of the variable that we will change, the V1, which is actually between 0 volt and 10 volt, with a step with an increment of 1 volt as we set in the parameter tabs. First of all, before running the simulation, before plotting the result of the simulation, I want to change my color preference of my graph. So I go to Tools, Color Preference, Waveform tab, and I change the black background into a white background, which is actually more friendly to me. I go to the menu, select background, and change from black to white. Apply. Also, I go to the menu and go to Trace V1 and change it from green to black. Finally, I go to Axis menu and change from gray to black. Apply. OK, and that's it. Now I can plot here the results from my simulation, considering that I will plot something as a function of V1, how the tension or the current vary in this circuit with respect to V1. I can do this in different ways. I can go here, right click, add trace, and then I have this selection. I can choose to plot the voltage at node 001, voltage at node 2, E flowing to R1, flowing to R2, flowing to V1, and the voltage V1. And also I can plot all of them. Expression to add. I will not do this. I delete just to show you because now I want to know what is the node 1 or node 2. So I cancel, I activate my window here, schematic window, and I see if I move the cursor on my mesh, like a test red tool will show up, and also on this corner here, I will have some information. So for example, here I see click to plot V and node 001. So I know that this node is this one. If I put this here, I will have the node 2. So I know that if I want to know the voltage here, for example, I will have to say here add trace from node 2. And I will do this. Add trace V node 2. Okay. And that's it. I have this curve, which is plotting the values that I have at this point as a function of V1 specifically. And I can also change this to another format and say right click, view, mark data points. So I have the point of my plot. And actually, for example, at 10 volt of V1, I have 5 volt at node 2 here, which is what I expect from a voltage divider with two resistors of the same value. Means the half of the voltage that I have here. And I see this also at 5 volt, 2.5, 2 volt, 1. This is a linear relation of this voltage divider. So this is what I can do with my DC simulation that I repeat. I have made like this, simulate, simulation command, parameters, then run button, and then plotting with this tool or simply by adding a trace from the ones that are available. This is everything for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we will see how we can export this data to an Excel file.